In this podcast, we dive headfirst into the darkest corners of the human psyche, where the macabre meets the mysterious and the terrifying becomes tangible. Each episode, we explore the most spine-tingling tales, creatures, and stories from the world of horror. From the depths of folklore to the chilling creations of contemporary horror authors, Unveiling Nightmares delves into the stories that will haunt your dreams and lurk in the shadows. We uncover origins, dissect the details, and unravel the mysteries behind the most unsettling and captivating horrors known to humanity. So prepare yourself. Lock the doors, dim the lights, and steel your nerves. The nightmares are about to be unveiled, and you're invited to join us on this journey into the heart of the terror. Welcome to Unveiling Nightmares. Today, we're going to plunge headfirst into the horrifying world of the Wendigos. Our journey into the chilling world of the Wendigos starts with their fascinating origins. These malevolent beings are deeply rooted in the rich tapestry of the Native American folklore, particularly among the Algonquian-speaking tribes of North America. The Algonquian-speaking tribes inhabited vast regions of North America, including areas we now know as the Great Lakes, the northeastern United States and eastern Canada. Their folklore was a reflection of the deep connection to the land, the seasons, and the harsh realities of their environment. At the heart of the Wendigo legend is a tale of survival in the face of unforgiving winters and resource scarcity. These were tribes that depended on hunting and gathering, and when the food became scarce during the long, brutal winters, they had to make tough choices to survive. In the lore of these tribes, the Wendigo is described as a towering, emaciated figure with pale, icy skin stretched tautly over its skeletal frame. It possesses glowing, malevolent eyes and long, jagged teeth. Its haunting appearance mirrors the gaunt and desperate faces of those who suffered through the harsh winters. But the Wendigo is not just a physical embodiment of hunger. It's a symbol of moral corruption. It represents the temptation of greed and the dangers of unchecked desire. These tales serve as a cautionary story, reminding the tribes of dire consequences of selfishness and cannibalism. The fear of the Wendigo was not just a fear of encountering a supernatural creature. It was a fear of succumbing to one's own basic instincts, of becoming the very thing that was adored. The Wendigo was the embodiment of the darkness that lurks within us all. It's important to recognise their enduring legacy. These tales have transcended time and culture, finding their way into horror, literature, films, and beyond. The lessons of the Wendigo are still resonate today, reminding us all of the internal struggle between our better angels and our darkest demons. The origins of the Wendigos are a haunting reflection of the challenges faced by the Algonquian-speaking tribes. In the next segment, we'll delve deeper into the specific characteristics of these malevolent beings and the terrors they invoke. So stay with us as we continue to unveil the nightmares of the Wendigos. Now it's time to venture deep into the abyss and explore the nightmarish characteristics that make Wendigos the stuff of terror and legend. From their grotesque appearance to their bone-chilling abilities, these entities are a nightmare given form. Picture this: a towering, emancipated figure with flesh pulled so tight over its skeletal frame that it seems ready to tear. Its skin is pale, almost translucent, as if it's been drained of all life. The eyes, oh the eyes, gleaming with a malevolence that pierces the very soul. Long, jagged teeth protrude from its lipless jaw, hungry for human flesh. The sheer stature of a Wendigo is unsettling. These beings are often described as unnaturally tall, their limbs elongated and twisted, allowing them to loom over their victims. This unnatural height accentuates the feeling of powerlessness when confronted by one. But it's not just their appearance that sends shivers down our spines. It's their insatiable hunger. Wendigos are cursed with an internal craving for human flesh. Their hunger is relentless, driving them to commit unspeakable acts to satisfy their gruesome desires. Wendigos possess supernatural abilities that amplify the horror of their existence. They are said to be incredibly fast and agile, able to move through the wilderness with uncanny swiftness. Their keen senses allow them to track their prey relentlessly. One of the most terrifying traits of the Wendigo is its ability to mimic human voices, calling out to victims with eerie whispers in the night. These deceptive voices lure the unsuspecting deeper into the forest, where they become easy prey. The presence of a Wendigo is often accompanied by an intense, bone-chilling cold that seeps into the very marrow of your bones. It's a cold that feels unnatural, as if it's drawn from the deepest recess of the abyss itself. Their appearance, their hunger, and their supernatural prowess combine to create one of the most fear-inducing entities in the horror literature and folklore. We'll explore the cultural signet. Within the narratives of Native American tribes, Wendigos serve as guardians of morality, cautionary tales told to maintain the ethical balance within their communities. They represent the struggle between good and evil, not just on a personal level, but within the collective conscience of their societies. One of the central themes surrounding Wendigos is the insidious nature of greed. They personify the ferocious appetite for more, the unchecked desire for wealth and power that consume individuals and communities alike. The Wendigo embodies the ultimate consequence of succumbing to this insatiable hunger. Cannibalism is a recurring motif in Wendigo lore. The horror of consuming horror flesh is portrayed as a vile act that defies the most fundamental taboos of human society. The mere suggestion of resorting to cannibalism is enough to invoke dread, emphasizing the depths of depravity the Wendigo represents. The stories of Wendigos resonate not only on a cultural level, but also on a deeply psychological one. They tap into the fear of losing one's humanity, of becoming something monstrous, and a remorsefulness, descent into darkness that can follow. Moreover, Wendigos are cautionary tales against excess in all forms. They teach that when individuals or societies become consumed by their desires, they risk becoming destructive, both to themselves and to the world around them. The Wendigo's insatiable hunger serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked appetite. Despite the passage of time, the Wendigo's cultural significance remains relevant. These tales have endured through generations, adapting to changed circumstances while retaining their core messages. They continue to serve as a moral compass, guiding Native American communities towards a path of balance and harmony. It's important to acknowledge that the stories of Wendigos are deeply enriched in folklore and mythology. These tales are woven from the threads of cultural fears and moral lessons. However, when it comes to concrete evidence of their existence in the physical world, the line between legend and reality blurs. They are supernatural entities and cautionary tales. In a psychological context, some have suggested that Wendigo sightings may be attributed to a condition known as Wendigo psychosis. This term was coined to describe cases of individuals in indigenous communities who displayed symptoms such as insatiable desire for human flesh. However, these cases are often linked to mental health issues rather than actual encounters with the supernatural beings. There are, however, historical accounts of individuals in Native American communities resorting to cannibalism during extreme situations of famine. These incidences, while tragic, are not concrete evidence of Wendigo sightings in a supernatural sense, but rather examples of the desperation that can drive people to unthinkable acts. In modern times, Wendigos have made their way into popular culture through literature, film, and other media. These portrayals may chill us to the bone, and they are works of fiction that draw inspiration from the folklore rather than verifiable sightings. Before we conclude this chilling exploration into the world of Wendigos, I invite you to join in the conversation. The Wendigo is undeniably one of the most feared supernatural beings in folklore, a creature that has haunted the imaginations of many. Now I want to hear from you. What aspect of the Wendigo terrifies you the most? Is it their ghastly appearance with their skin pulled tight over their skeletal frames, or perhaps their insatiable hunger for human flesh that sends shivers down your spine? Have you ever encountered stories or representations of Wendigos that left a lasting impression on you? Whether it be from literature, film, or folklore, your insights and experiences are invaluable. As we reluctantly bring this spine-chilling journey into the world of Wendigos to a close, I want to thank each and every one of you, our fearless listeners, for joining us on Unveiling Nightmares. Your unwavering support fuels our insatiable curiosity about the darkest realms of horror. But fear not, for the shadows will part once again, and we will return next week with a special treat. We have a guest, an esteemed horror author, whose name we will unveil in due time. This author will share their insights and their tales of terror. You won't want to miss it. And for those eager to explore even more nightmares, I will be linking all of my books down in the description, so you can feel free to go and have a look at those. And we've finally got our website up and running, so I will also link that down in the description as well. Until then, stay vigilant, stay curious, and keep those nightlights on. Unveiling Nightmares will return to haunt your darkest dreams.